Last time on Babs Bear Talk.
Now I'm heading back home with Joe, and we're gonna go eat some of that turkey dinner. It is Tuesday morning, Tuesday, March the 28th. Joe went to the auction. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't feel sick, but I feel all that gassiness in my upper stomach the minute I woke up, and it's because the last meal I had yesterday was at, I want to say 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I had breakfast, didn't have lunch till late, and then just didn't feel hungry the rest of the day. So it was like 10 o'clock last night when my stomach started crying. And I'm like, what is that? Is there a thunderstorm outside? That's how it sounded. And by then it was too late to eat. So now I woke up and I'm hungry. And I hoped somebody would make breakfast for me, but Joe's not here. So I got a text from Julie. Julie is such a sweetie. Says, hope the stomach issues are no longer and you have no pain. Still in the hospital. Oh. Julie, nobody better break you out that hospital because you need to be there to get completely better so you don't go back in, okay? So we're still praying for Julie. And I got an email from Jillian today. This is the lady that asked us to pray for her dad, Wally. And Wally passed on. Wally, I like the way Jillian said it. He's gone on to glory. And Jillian, let me tell you, I'm not the end all, know all, be all about losing a parent, but the fear that paralyzes you, when your parent is that sick and, you kind of knowing what's going to come, but hoping that that doesn't come, because that's the way we felt about mom. We always spoke life over her till she took her last breath. And we were not in denial. A lot of people thought maybe we were in denial. We weren't. But after you do the services and you lay that person to rest, there's a peace that comes over you, a calmness to know that there's nothing else bad that can happen to that person. And as much as you're gonna miss him, because I miss mom terribly. I miss mom on the good days, on the bad days, because me and mom used to spar. It's not like we had a perfect relationship, but I even miss her on those days when we would have had an argument over something. You know what I mean? And so, but I tell you, there's just something that happens after the funeral is over and after the repast is over, to where you look around and you're going, you know what? He can't hurt no more. No sickness can attack him no more. And he's with God to where he is perfectly well. And just awaiting when we come. And that's how, I cope with it, okay? I hope that helps you. I really do. I wrote the doctor the email asking her to go look for the results of the ultrasound. I don't know when I'm going to hear back from her because this woman is hardly ever there. As much as I love her, I might have to switch doctors because she's hardly ever there. I think she's moonlighting at another hospital or something. Jada's going to switch. Jada says, Mom, I like her, but I could never get an appointment with her because when you do make the appointment, they cancel it out because, she's gone for that day. Where's she going all this time, right? So, once that ultrasound comes back saying, well, nothing's askew, those polyps didn't grow big, they're not causing this problem, yada, yada. It could be stress, whatever. Then I'm going to make an appointment to go back in and see her again. We're heading down to Owsley kind of early today. It's about 10:30. Ermine's going to meet us there. We can't stay too long because Joe has to come back for noon to see the auction on the computer because he has a car that he's interested in bidding on. Anyways, Ermine was talking to me this morning and she said she didn't want to tell me this yesterday because she didn't really want to speak this to anyone. But she said when we went Sunday and after everybody left, Ozzy kept talking about some guy named John. And then she's like, who's this John? And then he said it's John Peters. So she called the lady that's Ozzy's friends with, named Mrs. Peters, and said, is your husband's name John? And she said, yes. And then she says, well, Ozzy's talking about him. And when I asked where he was, he goes, he's right there. And she says, well, he's passed on. So I don't like that he's seeing dead people. I don't know if it's just his brain trying to process not knowing who's dead from who's alive. It could be innocent like that. But Ermine feels like if Ozzy passes on, it'll be from a broken heart. Because there's no physical reason for Ozzy not to be getting better. So anyways, we're running down there because we want to see if we can do anything to motivate him during the day, because in the evening, he's kind of out of it. You getting up?
Yeah.
Get up then. I see you moving your foot.
Time to get out of this bed.
See? Time to get up. Let's go.
You're not in bed.
Yes, you're in the bed. Come on, let's go. Get up.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. Yes, you could do it. You could do it. You know, he was really trying. He made an effort.
Trying, yeah.
Can you try it again? Can you try to get up? Can you sit up? Huh?
Yeah, let me get up and tell you.
Okay, get up
Get up. Let's get up.
and let's go.
Let me see if you can get up. Come on. Show me that you can get up. Yeah, push up. Yeah, come on. Come on.
He's trying so hard. Yes. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Doing good, Ozzy.
Speak English.
Doing good.
Huh?
You're doing good.
See how he's taking off the blanket too because
Yeah,
he's getting up.
hey.
See? See?
You can't make this bed take you over. You got
Look
to
how
take
much he
this
raised
bed
his
over.
head. Armin, you see how much he raised his
I
head?
want no bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because hey, if you stay in this bed gonna take you over.
Right, that's what I don't want nothing to take over.
That's
Yes.
right.
You don't want anything to take you over. Good.
See how he lifted
So
his
get
head?
up. Yeah.
Armin, he lifted his
Yeah.
head. Look.
And moving it. So
He's trying to get up, guys. He's trying to get up.
Which one is in the church?
Which church?
I see him.
Huh?
I see him on the door.
Joe make you throw the ball again. Yeah, the ball.
Yeah, Ozzy.
The minute Joe gives him the ball, he tries to throw it.
Come on, let's go. Hey, over here.
Take the
Over here.
ball.
Let's go.
Yell for Joe. Tell him catch.
Let's go.
But I don't know because all the diets you go, you use them and you gain the weight back.
It's
and
true.
more. Yeah.
It's true. What I do when I'm starting to I'm waiting to see this man come. Here he is. He's going. Okay, I'm gonna allow Joe to tell you guys what happened when we were in the room. So first we got there and Ozzy was out of it, like yesterday, right? And he had his eye open but still not focused. And then suddenly he started to come to life and remember Joe's name and Ermine's name but not my name. And then Joe told him,
Jeremy gotta get out of that bed or this bed our bed gonna get him.
uh-huh. And then he started to jump up, right? He moved his hand, he moved his legs, he started to lift his head, he tried to take off the blanket, and he goes, wait for me, Joe, let me use the bathroom first, okay? Because they gave him a suppository, so he probably really needed to go. But that's the first time I've seen him to the point where he wanted to get up and go and not just lay in the bed and go on himself. That's encouraging, right, Joe?
That's right.
I'm telling you guys, no matter what you're going through, don't give up, because every time I come here and I see Ozzy do some improvement like that, it encourages me for whatever I'm going through. Just keep on fighting and keep on pressing through. And like I said, yesterday it was very discouraging because he was so out of it, but today, you know, after a while he just came alive. And usually when he comes alive like that, we don't want to leave, we just want to stay there longer with him. He even was noticing people going, you know, passing outside the door, and he says people are always going by. And he had such a good sense of humor. I told him this joke about Lazarus in the Bible, and I said, Ozzy, do you know when Jesus told Lazarus to come forth, you know what that fool did? He came fifth. And he busted out laughing, and he goes, well, why would he come fifth when Jesus told him to come fourth? You know, and he was seeing the number, the number 4 and the number 5, right? And he thought it was so funny, you know, so his sense of humor was there. And he had fun with Ermine, he had fun with Joe. Joe really is good for Ozzy. Honestly, Ozzy responds a lot to Joe's commands. I really wish that Sergio and Toby would go back at least for one visit, because I think he would respond to them too. But I mean, you can't force people to go if they don't want to go, you know? And I know Sergio probably has the heart to want to go, but at the end of the day, when he's shutting up his shop and he's tired, he don't want to stop at no hospital, you know. So we have to understand too why some people don't go. But I'll never understand the kids, and I'll never understand the wife. This lady came in, Joe, it wasn't the nurse, right? It was the nurse that he had. Says occupational therapy wants me to ask this question: does he have somewhere to live? And Ermine wasn't going to say anything, and I said, no, he does not. I said, we are only friends and not equipped to take him in this state. And Ermine's only a sister-in-law, not equipped to take him in. And where he was living, she's not equipped to take him in. I said, but he does have a wife, since she wants to be called a wife. He does have a wife and he has 3 children that are in their 20s, and they are in the wind. They're pretty much in the wind. They went up like a poof of smoke the minute they said they were going to send him home. And she says, well, that's all we need to know, and we're going to have to send him to some type of rehab place where they can work with him to get him back up on his feet. So you guys keep praying for that, okay? Because he really needs. When Joe asked him if he wanted to go home with the wife, he says, no, I don't want to go home with her. He said the whole sentence, no, I don't want to go home with her. It's sad, huh, guys? Anyways, I'm going to go home and eat something. My stomach feels good right now. It doesn't feel fluttery or no kind of spasming or anything. So I'm going to go home and eat. I'm going to make sure I eat small because I got to feel better 100%. Joe and I are getting ready to go to the gym. But before we go, I'm uploading a video right there. It's for the Tramontina. That's a hard name to say. Tramontina cooktop. Man, I've been working on that video for a while. I told you guys before when I do the review, right? I have segments all over the place. Then I have to put it in together to where it makes a sense, a sensible story. Then I have to watch what I'm wearing and try to go back and wear that if it's the same day that oh my God. Anyways, I know Sugar is going to notice if I'm wearing something different. But on some of these reviews, I can be wearing something different because I let you guys know that I do them on different days. But anywho, I heard back from the doctor. And she said that the report stated that I have 2.7 mm, so millimeter, size polyps in the gallbladder. If I remember correctly, when I saw the Asian doctor last week, he told me that the first test results showed that they were 4 mm's. So they're growing. I guess they're not growing to... Listen to that dog. We don't know why that dog cries like that all the time. We don't know if they have another dog that's fighting it, but it's always crying in pain. So anyways, they're growing, and I guess they're not dangerously big to the point that they have to do something, but I don't want to sit here again till next year at the same time, because that's what they're saying to do, and then find out that it's big and out of control and they could have done something. So I called back today and I said I want to make an appointment to come in and see my doctor. If I can't see her, then I can at least see the PA that alerted me to these polyps. The PA is booked solid for April because they have them working in different departments. My doctor doesn't have any opening till April 18th. So I said, well, make that appointment. And I don't mind waiting, because if I get more sick before that date comes, I'll go in and see somebody else. But I want to sit down and talk with her. I want Joe to go with me. And I want to say, okay, what does this mean? What can I do to get rid of it? What's the course of action? And what happens if I lose my medical coverage? Because I can't be out there in the wind with this, if I lose my medical coverage. So I have a lot of questions to ask. And in the meanwhile, what I'm doing is trying different things with my stomach to see what makes it worse, what makes it better, and I'm going to stick with what makes it better. That's all I can do. So I'm eating very small portions. We borrowed your car earlier, you knew, right?
Oh, no, George's like, where's your car? I was like, I guess they took it because I know you guys are ugly.
Joshua's such a good son. He never questions if his car is missing. He knows we have it. Jory, on the other hand, you have to beg, plead, and borrow to get into that truck. Joe, how many times have you ever really driven that boy's truck?
Twice for me.
Twice for Josh, never for me, never for Jada, and Daddy only when he wants Daddy to hear something that's creaking or squealing on it. Shanika, what I say about Jory, that's why nobody likes you. He was really stressed out yesterday because he says they told him that his job starting next year, which is I guess this August to September, is not guaranteed because of that idiot that's in office that's cutting funding to everything, and so the after school program is pretty much kaput, and they're gonna have to start charging the parents for the kids to go there, and there are a lot of parents that can't afford to pay. So he's all like, they already told me my job is not secure. So there you go, Orange Monster. If you all think that this stuff doesn't affect regular people that you know, it does. This is not just about Democrats versus Republicans, and this is about real life situations that this man get in there and just figure I'm going to give my daughter an office here, I'm going to give my son-in-law everything, and pretty much they're going to do what they're going to do. And I just keep praying that when that ship sinks, everybody that's aligned themselves with him will go under with him and in jail. So Josh is going to go to Walmart. Joe and I are going to go to the gym. I feel like I can lift weights today. I don't just have to do cardio, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't feel sick in my stomach today. And it was a very good day of seeing Ozzy. Yesterday was depressing because he was just out of it again. But every time you walk in the room and you see his neck like this, and he's just like limp on the pillow, you know it's going to be a bad day. But today when we walked in, he was bright. It took a while for him to come around and know who we were. But after that, he was there, brother. I told him, I went to him and I go, Ozzy, let's go dance. Come on. I always say like random things to see if it'll, get him going. And he goes, me and you not going to do that, okay? Me and you not going to do that. You do it with him because he's your husband. I mean, a long explanation as to why he can't dance with me. So that was pretty cool. So Ermine was so motivated that she said she might go back this evening, So, yeah, anyways, I guess I'll see you guys after the gym. Or maybe at the gym. I don't know. Maybe I'll take my camera. See you guys.
When the red button is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, see, I'm doing it.
This is very, very good.
Ready. He doesn't want to go back on the boat. Splash.
Splash?
Yeah.